You know, sometimes it's just good to breathe. Hi, I'm Dottie. I might say, I'm Michael's alter ego or femme persona. Um, really, I'm just the same person, obviously. Duh, like, there's no debate about that. But I think also that I am a part of Michael's psyche. We've got a lot of voices in our head. Let's get that out of the way. They're not all the same person that's talking the whole time. And sometimes it's definitely you, the person you think is of yourself as you, but sometimes there's other people. Like, perhaps, for example, if you are addicted to cigarettes, sorry, don't do it. But don't. Anyhow, so you might have this little voice inside your head that says, "Oh, you know what would be really great with this cup of coffee is a cigarette," and it might tell you this thing all the time, and it's a chemical that's dictating this kind of stuff. So there's that kind of voice in your head that's geared towards a chemical. But there's other chemicals in you that you might have that are going on around, and they might also have voices that you're not quite as acutely aware of as you might for, say, the voice of an addiction. Well, you might also have voices in your head that tell you to do different things, and sometimes these things are really great. Like you might have, like your gut. Your gut is very clearish, usually, but the gut is the happy voice. You do what the gut says, you're gonna be. It might suck first, but you're gonna be happier and you're gonna feel more satisfied in the end. I was probably a creation of Michael not feeling very comfortable expressing his emotions. Sometimes I use a third person, sometimes I don't. Whatever. Anyway, so that I went through a breakup last year, and it was very difficult. And I was coming at a point where I was starting to explore my gender expression, and I found Dottie, which I think of as this wig that I absolutely adore, and it's very fun and it's very flirty, and it, the thing that's really exciting about cross dressing for me personally is that I get to uh, be this other person. Yes, but it's not necessarily an escape from Michael. It's rather that I get to, for example, Michael is super polite. He is so nice. He doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. He wants to make sure that everyone's feeling good, that we don't burn any bridges. Dottie doesn't give a fuck. Dottie is ready to be fierce as fuck, as to tell you off, bitch, like if you were stepping too hard or you were just too much tonight. So that's really fun to get to engage in a side of myself that I don't get to play with because of who I want to be, or how if I feel bad or if I feel happy, like doing whatever. So that's one part of it. Part of it is that I like the feeling of being pretty, of being fun and flirty. And sometimes boring old Michael is not enough, or that it just gets boring old. It's boring being boring old Michael, and trust me, Michael's not boring. But anyway, I digress. That I get to be something that I want to be, but I am not usually. That I get to be something that, and get to be someone that can feel fully expressed in their gender, in their feelings, in their thoughts. That I get to be, in some ways, Dottie is a way for Michael to be more honest with himself. And I think that that's okay. And I think that there is a way in which, as a society right now, we're all talking about these gender expressions. And, well, I think you can express any way you want. And for whatever reason, and I think that's really wonderful, and I think that's sweet, and that's okay. So, if you feel like you feel more like a person in a princess costume or with a wig on, if you feel more yourself or more like a person you might want to be, if you feel happy or more comfortable wearing a pair of pants or a pair of shoes or any particular look you might think, despite what society might think that you should wear, whether you're a man or a woman or however you want to identify yourself, your expression, as you choose it to be, is the really wonderful, great stuff that we're all looking forward to seeing. And that's when we're probably gonna be most connected to ourselves, because we'll feel in our skin. And sometimes, wearing this wig, and it is hot as fuck, and really hot, that's the happy place. That's the good place. And it is most fully ourselves. And I think that's great. Ciao, babe.